So I wanted to talk about real quick what exactly is the best goblin farm. Honestly, for now, I would say green zones. I've heard nightmare dungeons are good too. I've heard even PvP zone. Um, I feel like it's pretty balanced. There may be some like meta farm where you reset a dungeon or something, but I've been finding plenty of goblins. They do spawn from the roots as well. So I would say just farm the green zones, farm nightmare dungeons. Nahantu is a great spot, actually. Let me go here real quick, just to see how many I can find within a couple of minutes. I can give a more in-depth video of this build later on as well. I just wanted to get like a quick little speed goblin farming build going. There's a goblin over here, right? Here we go. There's one. Set some markers up, I suppose. There's two goblins. Oh, stuck. New marker since I'm already here. This build is pretty insane, but the Sorc Makuna Shakuna build is probably still better. You can just infinite spam your teleport with that build. It's insane. This isn't bad though. Like pretty much already over here, right? Oh, there's a goblin up here. So that's three. Yeah, three goblins here. Matter of almost 3 minutes, I would say. A couple of minutes, honestly. Not too bad. So yeah, Nahatsu Green Zone, there you go. Three goblins. Then you have your greed shrines here too. What is this here? Lethal. Bummer. Yep, good luck goblin hunting. I would say Nahansu Green Zone for sure. You can try a Nightmare Dungeon though too. Let's see. Feeding grounds maybe? Do this event actually. So here's a greed shrine here. So we can actually invite this guy. There we go. Oh. I messed that up so bad. Okay, I guess not. I'm just gonna pop the greed shrine. I was trying to be nice. I'll be greedy instead. It is a green shrine after all. There's a goblin there. I think he actually just spawns them anyways, but he probably already hit it a long time ago. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Doesn't need to be in the party. Lol. So that's cool too. I would say green zones because not only do the roots spawn, but you get shrines here, and then, you know, randoms can spawn them, so I would just stay in the green zones, I think. I do have a nightmare dungeon here, though, I want to test out. Let's go grab this real quick. Oh my, here's a couple of goblins right off the fucking bat, dude. Okay. Make sure I kill him. Lol. would say, honestly, just do whatever you want to do. I wouldn't be too concerned about what is the best goblin farm. Just choose a fast build. This, Shakuna, Teleport Barb, Shred Kata Druid. Necromancer is okay. Let's throw on a IgniJah Rune. Spiritborn Evade. IgniJah Rune still. I would throw IgniJah Rune on. It's always IgniJah. That wasn't too bad. We got 2 goblins, though, and I think that's, like, it, though, right? Like, once we see the goblins, maybe we just leave the dungeon. All right, so we're going to talk about the build real quick here. The weapon is going to be an Apogeic Fury from our crossbow. These stats are insane. Just ignore these stats. You do want these stats, but not this high. They don't have to be this high. I found this insane, fucking perfect crossbow, like, last night. Anyways, you do want the chance for Dance of Knives Temper, as well as the damage for Dark Shroud. We do use a Bach Mott rune down here to get Dark Shroud shadows for ourselves. That's how we get our Dark Shrouds. And then for the boots, we're using Concussive Strikes with Dance of Knives on the ranks. I'm using Lucky Hit, chance to mobilize, something like that. Movement speed. Tybalt's Will here as well. We're always unstoppable, so this is going to be a given for the pants. Fist of Fate for the gloves. Shower for the chest. Shako for the helm. We're using IgniJah to get teleport for evade. And then we have, let's see, Stolen Vigor and our amulet. This amulet's bad, ignore the tempers. Well, the Rain of Arrows at least. You'd rather have the Shadow Clone cooldown, obviously. So this amulet is kind of bricked, not really bricked, but just missing a temper here, that's fine. You do want the Stolen Vigor aspect. This is giving us almost double damage and perma unstoppable whenever we have max momentum key passive. And then we have Clandestine aspect, giving us ranks to agility skills. Get attack speed on your rings. Attack speed, dex, crit damage. We're using Vehement Brawlers for the other aspect. Again, we want damage per Dark Shroud Shadow and Shadow Clone cooldown on everything. Not sure why this is tempered that way. Just ignore some things, okay? And then we want Imitated Imbuement on one of the weapons here. You'd want to get preferably 2 daggers, but I'm using a sword here, whatever. You want Cutthroat attack speed and chance for a Shadow Clone to deal double damage on the one-handers. The other aspect here is going to be Icy Alchemist, and that way, basically, our Shadow Imbuement skills are also doing cold damage, so we can kind of not worry about having only cold imbuement. We can use cold imbuement and Shadow. Poison is just to get the extra buff in there, because every time we cast an imbuement skill, our Shadow Clone deals 25% X more damage. As far as the gems, we're using the basically agility skills deal 25% X damage there, since Dance of Knives is agility. We're going to be using the, let's see, I don't know what this is called here. Let's just go see what these gems are even called. I always forget what these gems are called.
Fashion this into something exquisite.
Alright, so we're using Moonlight Ward, Voice of the Stars, because this turns our ultimate into an Eldritch and it deals more damage. And then Elder Sigil. And then for the gems, we use ultimate damage because we want to stack that for a Paragon node. I'll show you here in a second. Witchcraft power is going to be Shaken Soul, Purging Touch, Aura is Siphoning, Aura Specialization, Effects of Shattering, Doom Orb. I'm going to play around with these a bit. There's been some changes to these since the patch, so we'll see. Using Preparation for Specialization. Abilities real quick, we'll go through that. There's also going to be a link in the description. Let's see here. Put 2 into any skill just to unlock this next tree. Max out Sturdy. Put 1 into Siphoning. We're going to max out Rugged. We're going to put 1 into Unstable. max out trick attacks, max out weapon mastery, max out Ballestra. I like Ballestra over Elixir, but it's up to you. You can do like Elixir if you like. A couple in Elixir actually. Max out Dance of Knives. We're going to take Disciplined. We're going to take Methodical Dash. We're going to put a couple in a Dark Shroud here. Put it, max out Countering. Max out Malice and Exploit here on this tree. We're going to put Mixed Shadow Imbuement. We're going to put one in a Deadly and then max out Alchemical Advantage. We're going to max out Frigid. Max out Deadeye. And we're going to put Blended Cold Imbuement. You can go to this. I like this if you're pushing more pits maybe, but this works fine too. I like this for more T4 content, I think. Testing both of these. Max out Shadow Clone and put Supreme. Max out Impetus. Max out Aftermath and Unto Dawn. And then we're going to take Momentum. As far as the Paragon tree goes, I am Paragon 300, so just avoid putting any extra normal or magic nodes until you've satisfied your rares and legendaries, if that makes sense. Or I'm sorry, your glyphs. Legendaries, okay. The starting board's going to have versatility here. And then we move up into Cheap Shot for the second board with Fluidity. Third board will be No Witnesses, and this is why we want Damage with Ultimate bonus, okay? To max out this multiplier. Devious for this board. And then we go down to Exploit Weakness for the fourth with Control. And we're also going to do Dance Macabre with Canny on the final board. Again, like I said, just ignore a lot of the extra blues and white nodes until you can satisfy the glyphs and your legendary nodes, okay? Then as far as Mercenary, I'm using Subo for the map hack with, let's make skill set up there. You get a 25% X increased crit strike damage there. And then we're using reinforcement here, Bloodthirst. This does not matter so much. I do like using attack speed pots. I think that's better for T4 farm. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I think like maybe Green Zone's going to be the best, maybe Nightmare Dungeons. I'm still testing it out. It's been only, an hour since patch came out, so some testing to do. And I'll update the video and let you guys know what the absolute best Goblin spot is. But for now, just farm whatever, just play whatever. Like I said, I think Nahantu's good at Stents. Even PvP Zone might be good. And it might be good just to respawn in Serets or something, right? So I'll let you guys know. I'll do some testing, maybe a day or two, maybe an hour or two. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Any comments, feel free to comment. Questions, I'll have guides and stuff in the description. Again, the fastest build will be Makuna's Shakuna build. Check that one out for Sorceress. Otherwise, use this Rogue one. If you're not on Sorc or Rogue, just use a IgniJah Rune.